so far away, though you're close. Where's your mind at? I wanna know. A penny for your thoughts. I wanna know what's inside that heart of yours. Ooh, I feel paper thin. Ooh, when will you let me in? Do you let anyone get under your skin? You play it cool, but underneath I know you're hiding something. Do you let anyone get under your skin? I just wanna get to know you, so would you let me get to know you, boy? You feel so far away, though you're close. Where's your heart at? I wanna know. A penny for your thoughts. I wanna know what's inside the heart of you.
Good afternoon, you guys. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. I hope you guys are having a great one. I wanted to come on and just film a quick how's it going. I just got out of a couple of meetings, but I wanted to come on and say that I got a job offer today. I got my offer letter. I had been waiting for it for about 2 or 3 weeks now. It's for a more creative role, definitely a starting point or a stepping stone in the right direction for me just as an individual, and to really exercise and utilize those creative bones that I know that I really do have, that I've kind of somewhat been suppressing in my most recent roles. So this is just the beginning. I know that I've been working with this company for almost 4 years now, but I really do feel like this is the beginning of a whole new chapter, beginning of something completely new. It's just, I almost feel not super excited. I feel like I should be more excited and more happy and like jumping up and down, but I'm just kind of like extremely calm. I knew that this was the place for me, so I never really doubted. And it took a couple weeks, like I said. I think that timing kind of always gets to, you know, well, what's taking so long, or something must be going on because I haven't heard anything, and you start to doubt yourself. But there was a little bit of that with me, but overall I just always just felt very calm through this whole process, which is such a great feeling and a great indicator that I really am evolving from the shy, insecure little girl that I've been for years into just a calm, confident woman, and knowing that it was all going to work out. I just had something inside of me that just felt like this was the next right step for me, and so much you know, unknown, but very just ready to go, ready to start something new. And I know that it's going to be different, and I think that's what I've been needing, you know. So that's my news today. I probably won't have any exciting news for the rest of the week. Wow, I've had a crazy like couple of weeks. I didn't even say on the vlog the last couple of times ago, but I got my car broken into. I got my eyes squirted with soap. I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital, like all this crazy stuff. But this is even surpassing all that. I mean, it's just all so, you know, there's just so much great things and so many good things that are just like evolving and coming to fruition. So the plan for the rest of the day is probably just to cook some dinner, and then I did half of my workout this morning. It was a 20-minute hit, but I couldn't get to the other 2 videos that were on the schedule. I think it was 2 ab videos. Workouts before work are always, I always cheat a little bit. I always just do like a little like half, or say I'm gonna come back and do the next after work. So we'll see. But either way, I did some of it. But definitely cooked dinner and try to like wind down. I sent my letter to my brother, so I'll have to start another one and talk to my mom and hang out with Joel and mom. So I'll give you a quick sneak peek once I get home. But again, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you soon. Okay, guys, I need to show you what I've been working on the last couple of days. I am starting my very own sourdough starter. So this is the third day that I've discarded half and added 1 cup water, 1 cup flour. So basically what I started with was 1 cup water, 1 cup flour, mixed it together, kept it out on the counter for 24 hours. And then the next day I came back and discarded. So I took half of it out. You can compost it or you can throw it down the drain, whatever. And then you discard half of it, and then you add another cup of water and another cup of flour. All-purpose, unbleached flour and filtered water. Important that it's filtered and not from the sink. And basically a sourdough starter, for those of you that don't know, it's a natural way, a natural leavener for your bread. So instead of using active dry yeast in the packets that you get at the store, you wouldn't have to use that for your cinnamon rolls, for your bread, for your biscuits. Instead, you would use a cup of this, or depending on your recipe, however much of this sourdough starter. And it is going to be a little bit of a sour-ish taste, but I've been watching Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone, and she has been showing me everything about her sourdough starter. She's an amazing presence on YouTube that just shows you how to do the all-natural ways of doing things. So for in her instance, in this case, she uses a sourdough starter to raise all of her breads and all of her baked goods instead of using that yeast. Yes, this is my third day. It's really bubbly today. It's a little bit warmer here. I would say it's about 80, 85 degrees. And when I started it, it was a little bit cooler, maybe lower 70s. All those temperatures are fine. It says anything below like 68, you probably need to leave it out longer. And instead of 24 hours, go like 48 or whatever. But the summer, springtime is the perfect time to start your sourdough starter if you're wanting to start it for the first time. Okay, so you do this for 4 days. I never mentioned that. You do the taking it out and then adding 1 cup water, 1 cup flour for 4 days. And then on day 5, 6, and 7, you're feeding it, which is basically discarding it is taking out. Feeding it is giving it water and giving it more flour. That's called feeding. So on day 5, 6, and 7, you feed it twice. So I'll do it once in the morning and once after when I get home from work. But right now I'm just doing it when I get home from work, and I'll give you guys a peek of what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Basically it just looks like thick pancake batter. But all these bubbles, all this air, that's exactly what you want to see.
When will you let me in? Do you let anyone get under your skin? You play it cool, but underneath I know you're hiding something. Do you let anyone get under your skin? I just wanna get to know you, so would you let me get to know you, boy? You feel so far away, though you're close. There's your heart that I wanna know. A penny for your thoughts. I wanna know what's inside the heart of
getting ready to make some bouquets. This is a quite older bouquet. Yeah, it's pretty old. Joel got this for me a couple of weeks ago. I would say about 3 weeks ago. And it's been in the vase and it's kind of made its way around the house. Like some of it was in my room, and then it was on the computer table, and then it was on the kitchen table, but it's finally lived out its days. It's looking pretty. Well, the inside was, so it was molding. It created like this fuzzy mold inside of the vase. So I took that outside, I rinsed it out, and I thought it was just too beautiful to waste. I could have threw these in the compost, but instead I just clipped up all the part of the stem that was molding and kept these guys. And I always thought that I could make little bouquets out of them and keep them around because it's a pretty stiff flower. They seem pretty dry-ish when I first got them, and they seem like they would transition well from being alive to not looking great and almost being dead, and they still kind of look the same aside from the mold. So yeah, I think it would be cute to make a little bouquets here and there, and kind of, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe I can put them maybe outside, different places. So I have my gloves because they're actually really sticky. They have somewhat hickory stems. So I got my gardening gloves, and I got some jute here. And this string is really pretty too. I thought that could be nice. Maybe it's too thick, I don't know, we'll see. So yes, let's see what we can create here. And then we already ate dinner. I ordered in, so we ate. I worked out, and now Joel is hanging out in the bedroom. I'm gonna make these bouquets. Also, I need to feed my starter. It is day 5. So I think the clip before that you saw was day 3. It's now day 5. So today was the first day for my starter that I fed it in the AM. So it's every 12 hours. So you do it in the AM and the PM. So what is it? 6:19. So I'll film when I feed him again. I need to come up with a name. I clean the sides of it. I've been seeing mixed information and advice saying the stuff on the sides is okay, like don't worry about it, and the stuff on the sides you don't want to see. So I kind of just like cleaned it up as best as I could. But he's smelling really great. Very aroma-y, sour, almost smells like sour flowers in a weird way, or citrus, I don't know. Something like that, just a funky smell. So I need to name him. So comment down below if you have a good name for my starter, or if you have any type of name that you had been thinking about. Man, if I ever got a cat or if I ever got a dog, that would be a good name for him or her. And share, because I need to name this guy. And I'm always thinking about that too. Like I'm always telling Joel like, oh, that would be such a good cat's name or such a good dog's name. And another thing is we'll always stop and share with each other like, oh, that would be such a sick band name or something like that. So that's just something that I feel like I'm always doing, but then I never remember when I actually need a name. So yeah, I couldn't even tell you what I would name him. And I never name anything. Like a lot of people name their plants and stuff. I have too many to name. And I feel like that's something that you do when you first get them and you learn their personality, and that's just, all my plants have been around for so long. So let's focus on the starter. Yes, if you guys have any names that you think would be good for him or her, let me. All right, let's get to the bouquets and then we'll get to the starter. Okay guys, so now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get to my sourdough starter for the second day of the 5th day. Right now, the sourdough starter has a little bit of hooch on top. It is pretty bubbly and it looks like it needs to be fed. So I'm gonna discard half of it. I'm just gonna pour it down the drain because it's pretty thin. A couple of the videos that I saw from before were saying that you can throw it in the compost, but I feel like we can just throw this down the drain. It's pretty thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then once I get done with that, I will add 1 cup flour, all purpose, unbleached. And then I've actually been adding a little bit less than a cup because I was noticing, like 2 days ago, I noticed that when I came back to it, after 24 hours, there was a lot of hooch, a lot of liquid on top. Yeah, the lady that I was watching said to just put a little bit of less water. So I'm gonna do 3/4 a cup instead of a full cup. So let me show you what it looks like. Again, this is the 5th day. This is the second feeding. I'm doing 2 a day. It's a little bit later in the evening. I wrapped up the sourdough starter and the bouquets, and then I was editing for a while and talking to my mom on FaceTime for a couple of hours as well. But mom is here. She's yelling at me, meowing super loud. Basically, let's go to bed. So we're gonna head in. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
You feel so far away, though you're close. Where's your mind at? I wanna know. A penny for your thoughts. I wanna know what's inside that heart of yours.